Welcome to Saga of the Ages. Today we will take you on a journey through time to witness one of the greatest battles in history. The Battle of Waterloo. The battle that determined the fate of Europe and changed the course of history forever. Sit back and get ready to explore the thrilling events, decisive decisions, and characters that made this battle a landmark in history. In the early 19th century, Europe was experiencing a period of continuous turmoil and conflict. After the French Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte emerged as a brilliant military and political leader, achieving remarkable victories and expanding France's influence unprecedentedly. However, the major European powers were not willing to stand idle in the face of Napoleon's expansions, leading to a series of alliances and wars. By 1815, Napoleon had been exiled to the island of Elba, but his ambition was not quelled. He escaped from exile and returned to France, where he was greeted with enthusiasm by the people and the army. He quickly regained his power, alarming the other European nations, which swiftly formed a new coalition to confront him. In June 1815, Napoleon was rapidly assembling his army to launch an attack on the coalition forces, led by the British Duke of Wellington and the Prussian Marshal Blucher. His plan aimed to divide the coalition forces and prevent them from uniting against him. Napoleon, with his strategic expertise, knew that his time was limited and that he needed to act swiftly. He gathered his army at the Belgian border and moved north to face the coalition forces. On their part, the coalition forces sought to unite and coordinate among themselves to neutralize Napoleon's threat. On the morning of June 18, 1815, the Battle of Waterloo began. The battlefield was drenched with rain, making the ground muddy and slippery. These conditions significantly affected the movements of the troops, especially the artillery. Napoleon decided to start the attack with a heavy artillery bombardment on Wellington's forces positioned on a high ridge. Despite the rain and obstacles, the French cannons fired fiercely, but the mud absorbed much of the explosion's impact, reducing their effectiveness. Napoleon then ordered an infantry assault led by General Ney, known for his bravery, but Wellington's forces were well fortified and repelled the attack skillfully. Nevertheless, the French continued their relentless assault. By noon, the coalition forces received crucial support with the arrival of Marshal Blucher and his Prussian troops. This moment marked a turning point in the battle. Napoleon, who had hoped to defeat Wellington's forces before the Prussian reinforcements arrived, found himself in a difficult position. Blucher's forces, moving swiftly to aid their allies, launched an attack on the right flank of the French army, causing significant confusion among the French ranks. Napoleon's forces were now trapped between two strong armies, and as the pressure increased, the collapse of the French army began. As time passed and the pressure from the Allied forces grew, Napoleon realized the situation was hopeless. Orders were being issued in every direction, but chaos reigned. General Ney, in a desperate attempt to turn the tide, led a bold cavalry charge against the coalition forces, but without adequate support, this attempt was doomed to fail. By the end of the day, the French forces retreated in disarray, and Napoleon could only watch as his army crumbled. The Battle of Waterloo ended with Napoleon's decisive defeat, leading to the end of his rule and his exile once again, this time to the island of St. Helena, where he spent the rest of his life. The Battle of Waterloo was more than just a battle. It was a pivotal moment in European history. It not only marked the end of Napoleon's rule, but also paved the way for a new political order in Europe, where kings and governments sought to achieve a balance of power to maintain peace. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to follow more exciting historical stories. Leave us your comments on the topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. See you in a new historical adventure.